Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you the What's in My Soccer Bag video for the month of November 2015. Now for those that are unfamiliar with this series, the way it works is like this. Over the course of the month, I have the opportunity to try out a bunch of different products, from footwear to equipment and even apparel. So the What's in My Soccer Bag series is my way of highlighting what I consider to be the best of the best throughout the entire month by filling up a soccer bag with footwear, apparel, as well as equipment, highlighting each individual item, letting you know a little bit about it, and of course, why I liked it. Of course, all the items that you see in today's video, you can purchase for yourself by clicking the very first link down below in the description of this video. That's going to take you to the What's in My Soccer Bag page on my website, where you'll find buy it now links along with exclusive SR4U coupon codes for all of the items in today's video. So again, if you see something that you want to purchase for yourself, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. And with that being said, let's get into the What's in My Soccer Bag video for November 2015. So for the month of November, I ended up sticking with the same duffel bag I've been using for the last couple of months. This is the Under Armour Undeniable Duffel Bag, the large size. There's a medium and small size as well if you need something not so gigantic, but this is really big. It's got a big center compartment, two big side pockets, a pocket on the front, all the straps you could want. It's got really heavy duty zippers, a nice weatherproof material, and it really is just a good quality duffel bag. And of course you can get it in a couple different colors as well. I have it here in white, royal blue, and gray. Retails for $55 US, which is pricey for a duffel bag, but you truly do get what you pay for in terms of quality. But that's enough about the bag. We'll open it up and take a look at what's on the inside, because that's obviously what everyone is here to see. So first item is one that, for those that watch the series consistently, you're probably familiar with. I've been using these regularly for well over a year now. These are the Storelli Body Shield Slider Shorts, which are essentially soccer-specific compression shorts in that, one, it's a high-quality compression short, but two, you get the added benefit of 3 large pour-on inserts running down the side of either leg. It's a lot of extra protection with pretty much no extra bulk that you can see or feel. So really, really nice implementation of some extra protection that you wouldn't normally have. They retail for $54 US, which is expensive, but honestly not too pricey as far as compression shorts go. And these are, like I said, soccer specific, very well made. They do the job, and if you're looking for compression shorts with a little bit of extra padding, they are, in my opinion, based on what I've seen and tried out there, the best of the best that money can buy. So I'll move those over to the side and move on next to some training wear. So this is actually the Nike PSG training top for the 2015-2016 season, or one of the variations. I thought it was really cool, mainly because of the camo pattern, and they have this for all the major Nike teams, obviously in different colorway variations. This one happens to be black and pink, but the pink is not as significant as you might expect. You can see here on the inside, it's very, very vibrant, whereas across the entire shirt, it's a little bit more subtle, so it's not overly flamboyant as far as pink shirts go, if that makes any sense. Obviously, it's a short sleeve top, dry fit material. You get the PSG crest and the Nike swoosh right there on the front as well, whereas the back is, for the most part, left completely blank, other than, of course, that camo pattern. It's a nice, thin, lightweight material, very comfortable, obviously has a fitted feel, and the retail price is $60 US. So it's not cheap, but it definitely does look the part. It's very high quality. You can wear it for training, and you can even wear it casually because, like I said, it's kind of a cool, really good-looking shirt, in my opinion. So move that over to the side and move on to the next item, which, of course, is training shorts. Now, these are also from Nike. These are the Nike Barcelona third shorts for this year. They retail for $50 US, which is very expensive for shorts. I fully understand that, but it's authentic licensed product, so that's kind of what you can expect. And like I said, the quality is definitely there. So this being the Barca third short, again, it's a pattern you're going to find consistent across a lot of the big Nike teams and their third jerseys, in that it has this kind of almost spray paint fade effect towards the bottom. So the main part of the short is kind of this nice light blue, almost sky blue color. Really, really nice color in my opinion. And then as you get to the bottom, you can see it's black at the very base, and then it fades into this spray paint effect, which I think just looks really cool. You, of course, get the Barca crest and the Nike swoosh embroidered on either leg. There's a black ventilated stripe down either side of the legs as well. It's a thin, dry fit material, not too far off from what Nike's done in the past with their shorts. And again, I think they just look the part, really cool, and definitely the quality is there. So if you're looking for some cool shorts, these are some that I can very strongly recommend. So move those right there. Didn't fold those all that great, but you get the idea. we'll move on next to obviously some cold weather gear, because it is, of course, it was November. And honestly, it didn't snow too much in my area, which is kind of nice. A nice change in comparison to the last couple of years, but still fairly cold. So this is kind of the one training sweater or long sleeve shirt that I ended up wearing a lot. This is the Nike PSG long sleeve training top for 2015-2016. Very simple styling, pretty much all black. You have the black on black Nike swoosh and PSG crest right there on the front. It's a quarter zip with a very small collar, as you guys can see right here. And it's just a really, really nice material. It's technically dry fit, but it's very warm, which is something that I like. The sleeves themselves at the very end have the little thumb slots, which I really like in a long sleeve training top as well. And it's just a comfortable shirt to wear. It's fitted, so it's not overly bulky when you're actually wearing it, but you still have really good mobility as well. This guy retails for $70 US, so again, not particularly cheap, but it looks the part, so you can wear it for training as well as casually too. If, again, you kind of want a shirt that can be a little bit more multi-purpose as opposed to something that is strictly made to wear for soccer. So move that right there and move on to the next item, which of course is some training pants. Now these are the most expensive training pants that money can buy at the moment. These are brand new from Nike. These are called the Nike, what are they called? The Nike Strike X pants. Now they retail for $90 US, which is pretty expensive for a pair of pants. This particular one is kind of the dark gray color, which is a little bit unusual for soccer pants as well. But the quality is very, very nice for your $90. And again, they're so nice you could wear them casually without any issues at all, which a lot of people already do with tapered soccer pants. So that's the first feature. Obviously, they are specifically made for soccer, so they taper at the bottom, but they don't have a really, really significant zipper. The zipper is fairly minimal, and it's positioned almost towards the back of your leg, which is kind of unusual, a lot different in comparison to the Adidas pants, which I really like. If you've ever played in some of the Tiro pants from Adidas, for example, you'll find that the zipper is kind of right there on the side. So depending on how you make contact with the ball, every once in a while, the ball will hit you right here in the side of the ankle, and you'll find that you get a little bit of pain from that zipper that's kind of sticking out. So this being pushed further to the back, I think just makes it a little bit more comfortable to wear. It kind of pushes it out of the way, which is kind of nice. It has the zipper pockets with the kind of fuse around it. So it's very similar looking to a lot of the Tech Fleece products from Nike, which I'm sure some of you guys are familiar with. And it's also ThermaFit. So it's a very fitted material. It also has a little bit of stretch to it, and it's lined in fleece on the inside. So these things are extremely warm for cold weather situations, which is really, really nice. It also has this kind of interesting design where the back of the legs are actually a lighter gray as opposed to the rest of the pants, which are a darker gray. So not crazy about how that looks, honestly, but it's a little bit different, which is kind of what they're going for. The one thing to note about these is that they're very fitted. So normally I wear a medium in this type of pant, but these run pretty tight. So if I were to buy another pair, I would probably end up going for a large. So just keep that in mind if you are planning on picking these up, is that they do run a little bit smaller than the average tapered soccer pant. So next we're going to move on to a jacket, which is kind of a necessity during the winter weather time of the year. So this is the Adidas Originals Bayern Munich Windbreaker Jacket, which is kind of interesting. Obviously, it's not part of their kind of latest and greatest performance lineup. This is more of an Adidas Originals product, meaning that it's technically designed for casual wear more so than performance wear, but it's a windbreaker jacket, so it's going to be pretty much just as capable as most other windbreaker jackets. But of course, it has that retro styling, which is kind of the main reason why I picked it up. Really like how this looks. It's red for basically the bottom 3/4 of the jacket with the red on red pinstripe, which I think looks really cool. You have the white stripe going horizontally across the middle of the chest, and then the top half of the chest, the shoulders, as well as the arms are black in color. Obviously, you have the Adidas stripes going down the side of the sleeves as well as at the top of the shoulders. You get the old Adidas Originals logo right there on the one side, the Bayern Munich crest on the other in red and white. And it does have a hoodie that you can actually tuck into the collar with a zipper right here. So if you don't like the hood, you can completely eliminate it. It's just a really cool kind of retro styling type jacket. On the back, you can see the pattern continues there. But nonetheless, really, really nice jacket. And the price is fairly reasonable as well. You can pick this up for about $85 US, which again, isn't particularly cheap, but it's not overly expensive either, at least as far as licensed apparel goes from Adidas. So not a bad jacket if you're a Bayern Munich fan. They also have the retro styles for a lot of their big clubs. So Again, if you don't necessarily want a Bayern Munich one, they have it for Chelsea and any of the other main clubs, Real Madrid as well. Next, we're going to move on to something a little bit different. These are something that I tried out this month for the first time. Never actually had a pair of these, but definitely have seen people using them. Thought I would try them out myself. These are 3/4 leggings from Under Armour. They retail for $35 US, so they are fairly inexpensive. And essentially what they are compression shorts that are 3/4 in length. So normally they'd just be regular shorts. These ones go basically just over top of your knees, slightly past your knees, depending on how they fit you. And what I like about this is a nice alternative to actually wearing pants in cold weather, because while pants are going to be obviously the warmest thing to wear when it's really, really cold outside, at least myself personally, I don't like the extra bulk around my ankles. So to have something like this that's going to extend a little bit past my knees with the addition of soccer socks, that's going to kind of cover up the main exposed skin area on my legs, which is going to be quite warm. Obviously, you would wear regular soccer shorts over top of these 3/4 leggings, but it's giving you that little bit of additional warmth without the bulk of wearing actual pants. Not as warm as pants, but pretty darn close. So that's kind of what I like about these. For $35, I think they're worth a shot if you're somebody like me who doesn't necessarily like to wear pants. Obviously, if it's really cold, pants are a necessity, but for those days that you can kind of get away without the pants, something like this is going to keep you nice and warm, like I said, without having that little bit of extra bulk. So that's kind of a cool little feature. Obviously, it's Under Armour. The quality is really good for their compression gear. It's a thin material, it's stretchy, it's elasticated, it fits extremely well, and it's surprisingly warm given how thin it actually is. So definitely one of those pieces of apparel that I can strongly recommend if you are frequently playing in cold weather situations and don't necessarily want to wear pants. Another cold weather item that I have right here that I started using this month for the first time are some Nike Field Player gloves. So that's basically what they're called. They retail for $30 US, and they're pretty straightforward. They're basically just regular gloves that are pretty warm despite how thin they actually are. This is pretty much the simple black and white colorway. So it's an all black glove with a white Nike swoosh right there on the backhand. And then on the front, obviously, you're going to find another Nike swoosh at the base of the wrist. And then, of course, you get these rubberized grips through the fingertips as well as a little bit here on the palm, because obviously in wet weather, if you do need to touch the ball with your hands for a throw-in, for example, you're going to get that little bit of extra grip on the ball that a standard glove would not otherwise provide. So for $30, they're going to last a very long time should you take care of them, and they are nice and warm as well. So if you're looking for some soccer-specific field player gloves, these are ones that I can very strongly recommend. Next, we're going to move on to socks, which I found some pretty interesting socks, but they're also pretty expensive. These are CR7 Savage Beauty themed Nike Elite Match Fit socks. So this is the soccer-specific Nike Elite Crew sock with the CR7 Savage Beauty kind of print on it. So it's technically their digital ink, that's what they call it, which is a really, really cool graphic. These things retail for $30 US, so they are very expensive as far as socks go. The sock itself is very high quality, but it's definitely no different in comparison to the regular Nike Elite Match Fit socks, the Crew socks specifically for soccer. All that you're getting here as an extra is the actual pattern itself. So they're double the price for the pattern, but it looks really cool. If you have the Savage Beauty shoes, these are going to match really nicely. You can see you have that kind of lava graphic going all the way around the kind of leg part of the sock, and then a little bit here on the foot where you actually have the CR7 logo across the top as well, whereas the bottom as well as the toe area is pretty much all black in color. It's left and right fitted. They're padded at the bottom, targeted padding. They fit really well, and like I said, the quality is definitely there for the $30 price tag. But again, you can get these socks pretty much the exact same thing in a different, more simple colorway for about half the price. So I guess if you're a big fan of fancy socks, these are worth the $30. But if you're not, like I said, you can definitely get away with just getting a regular colorway for essentially half the price. So move that right there. And then of course, True Socks, something that I use pretty regularly. I try not to use them when I'm actually testing out shoes because it really does change how your shoes will feel. And most of you guys know about these at this point. It's a $40 sock, so they are quite pricey. But if you're looking for a pair of socks that truly will change how your shoes fit, feel, and just respond in general, there's no other product like it on the market at the moment. So True Socks, one of those products I can very, very strongly recommend. I think everyone who's tried them out will definitely tell you that they make a surprisingly big difference, which is kind of hard to believe, but like I said, they really do work the way they're supposed to. Next, we of course have shin guard products. So the first shin guard product that I have for you guys are these guys right here. These are the Storelli Body Shield leg sleeves. Essentially, it's a shin guard sleeve with built-in padding as well as a built-in pocket. These guys retail for $30 US. It's a product that I actually had a little bit of a hand in developing. So if you guys want to see my review video, I'll actually leave an annotation on screen. It's kind of interesting, but really, really good product. The sleeve holds itself in place really nicely because you have these rubberized grips at the top and bottom. Hopefully you guys can see that here on the camera. So it stays in place really nicely. You have a pocket for your actual shin guards that holds them in place well because the sleeve doesn't actually move around. Plus you get the added pour-on padding going down the lateral side of your leg, similar to the pour-on padding in the Body Shield slider shorts for that little bit of extra protection with pretty much no extra bulk that you can feel or see while wearing these things. So if you're spending a lot of money on tape to hold your shin guards up, something like this for $30, it's a one-time fee. They're very durable. And like I said, they do the job of tape without having to tape your socks every time, which can get quite annoying and fairly expensive over the course of a year because, as you guys know, teammates definitely are pretty good at stealing tape. So really good product right there. I'll put that, I guess, right over here. And then we're going to move on to shin guards. Again, another shin guard I've been using pretty consistently for quite some time now. And that's just because these things really are the best of the best. These are C6 Agility carbon fiber shin guards. Retail price is $135, which is very expensive for shin guards. I fully understand that, but the quality is definitely there. They're the best of the best as far as the actual construction is concerned. They're paper thin. They're super strong. They're super light. They fit really well. And like I said, in pretty much every category you can think of, they are the best of the best. So don't think of this as a pair of shin guards you're going to use for 1 year and then throw in the garbage. These are shin guards that are going to last you for a very, very long time. So if you want to buy the last pair of shin guards you'll probably ever need, $135, it's a lot to pay one time, but if you can justify the price tag, trust me when I say there truly is nothing better out there at the moment as far as shin guards go. So I'll put that right there to the side. And then of course you have to have a soccer ball. So what I've been using this month is this guy right here. This is the brand new Euro 2016 Boja match ball from Adidas. $160 retail price. So again, pretty expensive as far as soccer balls go, but that's kind of what you're going to pay for an official match ball. And essentially it's a slightly modified variation of the Adidas Bazooka from the 2014 World Cup. The main difference here is the texturing on the surface, which in my opinion doesn't really impact the feel of the ball in really any way at all. It feels pretty much the same in my opinion, but nonetheless, it's a very high quality ball. The performance is there, the build quality is there. And again, if you want the best of the best as far as soccer balls go, $150, $160 for a current model is what you're going to end up paying. So a little bit early for Euro 2016. That's not going to happen till the summer, but if you want to have the ball in your hands and be able to use it as soon as possible, like I said, the 2016 Euro match ball is now available, and it's one that I can strongly recommend. So I'll put that over to the side. And then of course we have 3 different pairs of actual soccer cleats. So first pair, and for those that have been watching my videos over the course of November, won't be surprised by this one, the Nike Tiempo Legend 6. These things just came out. I had the opportunity of wearing these things about a month prior to their official release, so I've been enjoying them throughout the entire month of November, and I really, really like these. At the moment, I would say that they are my personal favorite shoes, kind of taking the spot or taking the space of the Nike Tiempo Legend 5. Not that it's a better quality shoe than the Legend 5, but it's more responsive. They added this internal foam support cage that really does change the way this shoe performs, but doesn't necessarily change or take away from the traditional feel that you would expect from a natural kangaroo leather shoe. Again, there's lots of content on the Legend 6 on my channel, a playtest, a review video. I expect to see more content on this shoe in the near future on my channel as well, so check out those annotations. I'll leave them on screen. But nonetheless, Legend 6, brand new shoe. It's getting a lot of attention right now, and for good reason, because the performance is very, very good. So we'll put that right here. I'm trying to fit everything on camera, but I'm having a tough time. And then next, we're going to move on to another brand new pair of shoes that just came out in November. Again, I had these a little bit early, so I've been enjoying them for a little bit longer than what you guys have seen as far as when the video actually came out. These are the Under Armour Clutch Fit Force 2.0s. I was a big fan of the original Clutch Fit Force, and this kind of improves upon that original design. They've modified the Clutch Fit material in such a way that the shoe fits a little bit better. They've changed the shape just a little bit. to where they've eliminated a lot of the dead space that you kind of got in the forefoot with the original. Plus, it's a little bit more responsive. You still get that stretchy kind of elasticated sensation from the upper when you pull the laces tight, locking your foot in place, but it's a little bit less elasticated when you're making those quick changes of direction, so your foot stays locked in place a little bit more efficiently, I guess is the best way to put it, in comparison to the original. Maintains the same sole plate and stud pattern, which is not a bad thing at all. And like I said, they're very comfortable shoes, especially in terms of underfoot cushioning in comparison to a lot of soccer shoes in general. So if you're looking for something different, you don't necessarily want to buy something from the big brands, Under Armour making some really, really good stuff right now. And again, expect to see more follow-up content on this shoe in the near future on my channel. So I'll put these right here. And then we'll move on to the last pair, which is kind of a pair that I've revisited over the last month or so. These are the New Balance Vizzaros. I really, really dig this colorway. I've been wearing the black and white ones, which are a little bit muddy, so I didn't put them in this video, but this is the white and black ones, which I think are equally as good looking. And the Vizzaro, for those that were really big fans of the Nike Hypervenom Phantom 1, this is kind of the next closest thing if you want something similar to that shoe, because obviously the new Nike Hypervenoms are a lot different from the original. And not to say that New Balance copied anybody, but it is kind of a similar concept with this kind of padded mesh upper with a polyurethane covering on top. If anything, this is a better performer in comparison to the original Hypervenom, in that the upper doesn't overstretch and it's just a more responsive shoe overall. I like the stud pattern, I like the sole plate, the way it fits is quite interesting, although a little bit different from the original Hypervenom. And again, it's just a really, really good quality shoe. Again, most people will probably tend to go for the bigger brands, the Nikes, the Adidas, the Puma, but New Balance, Under Armour, these smaller brands are definitely making really good shoes at that top end level. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, the New Balance Vizzaro is one of those shoes that, again, I can very, very strongly recommend. So that's pretty much it for the What's in My Soccer Bag video for November 2015. Again, if you guys are interested in any of the products that you saw in today's video, be sure to check out the very first link down below in the description of this video. That's going to take you to the What's in My Soccer Bag page on my website, where you'll find buy it now links for all of these different items, along with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick them up below their normal retail prices. So again, if you're interested in any of these items, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. If you have any questions at all, leave them down below in the comment section. I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.